Alright guys, what's up? So today we're going to be doing the last episode of the part 2. Sorry, there's a fly in here. This fly is killing me. Alright, well either way, we're doing part 2 of the 2-part series of my Lectron carburetor. Part 1 is where I unboxed it clearly, and then part 2 is where we've installed it. So I hope you enjoy this video and like, share, and subscribe for more. Just keep watching. Bear with me. I know it's going to be a long video, but you signed on for it, and hopefully you watch it all the way through and watch me put this carburetor on. And thanks, guys. Alright guys, thanks for coming back. So we're now going to install this brand new Lectron carburetor into my bike. So we're going to start with the throttle cables and all that first. Sorry if I'm talking off screen and walking away from you a little bit. So we're going to start with all that, and then we're going to start with this throttle tube first. We're going to open the throttle tube. See, I think it's got some instructions on here. It does have some instructions on here. Ooh, we might need these. I'm usually one to just throw them out, but pretty simple, and it goes on like any other throttle tube. Well, that's kind of to be expected, I would assume, but you never know with these kind of things. So we're just gonna put that little parts bag right here. Nice little slide. Now I was gonna run these spacers in my bars, but this nice single-sided throttle, I might change this out, because this is a much better, high quality. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do, guys. I think we're actually gonna change this out. So these bolts just loosen up here in this throttle tube. See if I can loosen them. And there's one. There's two. All right. And now the throttle tube comes out. So this is a nice plastic throttle tube. I'm actually gonna set this to the side just in case I need it again one day, who knows. Pretty bad about falling, so sometimes, you know, fall. Let's see. Set this right here. And set these right here. All right. There is a spacer. Don't know if we're going to need that. We might end up needing it. Oh, so it turns out this is not actually metal. It is plastic, but it is a 2G Aero grip. This piece of paper out. Yet again, I'm throwing stuff, sorry about that. Quick turn throttle, boop, boop, boop. Twisty throttle, boop, boop, boop. All right, so that's pretty simple. So let's actually put this right here. We're gonna pull this spacer out. It does not look like we're gonna be running those. Oh, we actually can run them. Oh wow, okay. So that's better than what I thought. I still want to run these so I don't bust my throttle tube up. these 2 bolts in the bottom here. So I'm sorry guys if this is gonna be a kind of a long video. I'm about to check, see if we're still filming actually, because my phone's junked up with a bunch of stuff. But you kind of signed up for it when you clicked on the video and said, hey, I want to see Lectron installed. I want to see an unboxing. But here's the deal, guys. So we're gonna do this, and to be honest with you, if you want to come through any part and skip to what I did, if you want to see just the unboxing, that's fine. If you want to see this, that's fine. If you want to see just the carburetor, that's fine. But just because you came and watched, if you don't mind, please go down to the bottom, click the link, hit the subscribe button, and you know how it goes. But we're gonna keep working here. So let me see if we're recording. All right, we are still recording. That is great. All right, so now we have the throttle tube installed. We are going to install the rest of the throttle tube. Let's see. It goes. So like that. Yes. Like that. Little round piece in there goes on top. And then you want to pull the tube off. Insert cable length. There we go. And to be honest with you guys, I'm not going to install these pieces yet. I'm dropping them. I'm going to put them back in the bag because we still have to put cable on. So we're going to do that next. Now, this Lectron did come with a bigger throttle cam than what I have. It is a 600X. But I think we're going to leave the one that I have on it and just run with it, just to see where we go. We might install the bigger one later. We'll see how it goes. That's something that needs to kind of be tuned on, so we don't know exactly how much it needs to be. Oh, bags, man, bags. All right, now, as most of you know, before the use of every cable, you need to lube it. And so graciously, Lectron has spared me with, looks like a little tiny thing that will work, of barnettclutches.com cable lubricant. It's really awesome. So we're gonna put this on here. So I can get it down in there. Well, if I can get any down. Rub that down up in there. Get as much out as we can. Yeah, it's a little tiny sample of cable lubricant. And then we're going to rub some on the other side. Well, so we're going to rub some on the other side. So yeah, you just want to kind of generously apply some of this lube in there and then kind of work it in. So that way you don't rub inside the metal parts. I think it's enough. Let's see if I've got a rag. Better than the rag, jumpsuit. You know, every mechanic's gotta have a good jumpsuit. Throw that back on the ground. All right, now I believe this is the throttle cable end, and I would probably be assuming wrong. So this is actually the throttle cable end. Interesting. So actually, let's see here. I think I put this on, or am I wrong? Hold on, guys. 1 second. Let me see. As I'm reading, I am reading. Okay. So, we got ahead of ourselves, guys. And this piece. So I'm gonna cut that piece out right there where I struggled for a good 5-10 minutes. All right, sorry guys, so I'm gonna cut that piece out. I cut a piece out right there where I struggled for 5-10 minutes trying to get this cable put together onto this grip. It's kind of a pain in the butt. So if you didn't know, you have to not put the one that comes on with the slide and use the one that comes with the cable. I also switched to the G2 slide that you can pop the cap off of, and I left its quarter turn throttle on there. Now, I'm gonna put this back on the bike. And I think, oh, I have to loosen this up just a little bit. Go. So I think my throttle cable is actually going to fall about right there. So we're just going to tighten this up a little bit, hand tight, just to kind of put it where I want it. That should stay about right there. Leave that. And then now we've got to snake this all the way down to where the carb goes. Shouldn't be that bad. We've got most of this open. Over, under, and through my radiator. And leave some slack. Alright, so cable's now installed, guys. So that cable and throttle tube are installed. Let's see what else we've got to do. I think that's actually it for the grip and tube itself. So now we can go to the Lectron itself. So with the Lectron itself, let's see. We actually need to pull this off, and I need my rings. Alright guys, so I'm now going to take this. If you didn't know, this right here where your jet is your open side, your side that goes close to the air filter, and this side is the side that goes into your engine. So we're now going to install this, and if you don't, yellow gas line, kind of positive. So let me put this on my carburetor. You're probably not going to be able to see it because I've got it at a bad angle, but I will show you here in a second because I do not have 5 arms. All right, guys, so I've now got this in here. I've got cables laying everywhere. There's a cable here, cable there, yada, yada, yada. Let's see. I need this tube. Oops. Airbox exhaust tube. Clip that in. Tuck those wires and those wires. And she will fit. Now, what I'm going to show you really quick, guys, is this right here. So to put the cable in, you need to undo these 3 screws, pull the top off, and then you're going to slide this piece of the cable into here. Be careful because these springs could pop off and, you know, go everywhere. So let me get this done. So I'm gonna put these screws right here. So as you can see, you can pull this off. Be careful, like I said, there's a giant spring right here that will pop off. You want to put that on later. And there's a gasket, so you want to make sure that you don't hurt the gasket. Set that right there. Sorry for the not ample videoing space. Now what you got to do is pull the slide up. Probably should have done this before putting it in here because now my greasy hands are all over this thing and I cannot, for the life of me, push this thing up high enough. Oh, so I just chunked that out. And now, one of the biggest things about Lectron is this flat-sided blade. As you can see, it's a tapered blade. It's not a needle. And what it does is it creates a vacuum when it hits that flat side and pulls the gas out, allowing for better, smoother throttle control. So now we're gonna put my cables in on this and call it a day, hopefully. Oh, lost that spring. Here it is. So, through there. Through there. We're going to put the spring on. This is always the fun part with these things, is compressing these springs down. Getting it in there. Wow. That was actually probably the easiest I've ever installed a needle. That was really awesome. Thank you, Lectron, for that design. Push the slide back down in. And let me get my screws back. So, installing the sorry for that. Installing the needle is pretty easy when you install the cable on the needle. It's literally, you pull the spring back, there's a little knot, a little round piece on the line itself, put that piece of cable in there and pull, and it's done. It's very, very simple. So Lectron carburetor is probably one of the most simplest carbs, other than the throttle tube apparently, to install that I've ever installed. Alright guys, so I'm just going to push my air box back in here and push the new Lectron carburetor up into its new home.
Come on. Okay, let's go.
I've literally got carburetor, cable.
Come on, come upstairs. This isn't to eat. These are cotton balls. Come on, Liza. Come on, Liza.
Alright everyone, I am so sorry my wife and my daughter came out here and wanted to talk to me for a second because they just had some friends over. So we're pretty much going to finish this up here. We've already put on the Lectron. I will show you. So we now have the Lectron carb put in the bike itself right here. I've got new cable. These are my gas lines that I'm going to put on. My throttle cable runs up through here under my radiator. The line goes up and comes all the way to the tube, which is not tight, so no action. Oh, that's really smooth action. There you go. Really smooth. All right, so without further ado, I am going to cut this off for a second. I'm going to tighten everything up, button up the last few things, and we will get to the first startup, hopefully. So I will catch you back in a second. And like I said before, I am sorry that this video has gotten way too long, but you signed up for it when you click the link, and you should stay till the end of the video. All right, guys. All right, what's up, guys? So finally got this carburetor on. Took me a minute. We definitely struggled with this. I actually did get the bike running due to some electrical issues, and that is why my headlight's still off. It took me about a day and a half to like kind of get some little kinks worked out, but everything's said and done. Check this out. We key it on. Make sure the bike's in neutral. Now, that right there was the first start. I have not choked this bike all day, and first button push, first little start button push, this bike kicked over the Lectron. I have rode it. I haven't really rode it since I've got it all the kinks worked out yet, but I will be getting to that, and I'll be in another video hopefully after this one in a couple of days. But yeah, this is the end of the video. I'm glad to be here, I guess. We finally finished everything, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And I hope maybe you learned something, like the fact that you should probably put all your cables and everything together before you put your hand grip on. That is the big one I take away from putting on Lectron carb, because I definitely had some issues. But peace out, guys, and I hope you have a good one. And come back next time, and hopefully I can do something a little bit better. Hopefully I can entertain you a little bit better too. So that's all I'm working for, is entertaining and helping y'all understand different things on bikes. So this is Willie signing off, and deuce.
Bye-bye.